Welcome to Crypto Insight, the weekend edition. The analysis given here today does have an expiration date of approximately 1 week, 2 weeks if you like buttermilk. My name is Lane, your host today, and this is the show to watch for a quick and dirty analysis of the market as a whole and the top 10 altcoins. And there are some things going on right now you definitely want to be aware of, especially as we head into a lower volume trading weekend. I'm starting out today with the DXY, the dollar, because on the 4 hour is attempting to break out of this very huge falling wedge. This is a disaster for Bitcoin if this pulls it off. Now on the daily, this has not been confirmed, and that candle has not yet closed, but if it does close above that trend line on the daily, we could be looking for some downside out of Bitcoin as we come up to this area, to this orange trend line, to retest it. But chances are, looking at this falling wedge pattern, if we get a successful break to the upside of that, Bitcoin and the stock market both will be hurting. We did see a rally as the dollar dropped over the last couple of days. That was great for Bitcoin and altcoins. And when the dollar drops, Bitcoin pops. But when the dollar decides to pop, Bitcoin drops. Just be aware. One other warning sign that I want to bring to your attention is that as the dollar has been creeping up, Bitcoin has also slowly been creeping up. Now, usually when we see them move in tandem, history has shown that Bitcoin will drop within the next 2 or 3 days. So we need to watch that closely to see if that may repeat itself. One thing that's favorable for us as far as altcoins go is that Bitcoin dominance has fell out of this channel. It's broken market structure and more funds are starting to go into altcoins. So when this happens, altcoins are usually doing pretty well, both in dollar pairs and also especially in the Bitcoin pairs. So as dominance continues down, most likely to this level, about 43%, it's a great time to sell your altcoins into Bitcoin when it reaches these levels down here. You should also see a few altcoins pop off pretty well as far as the dollars go. Top gainers for the last 7 days have been Render up 93%, Immutable X up 44%, Optimism up 41%, RateX 40% up, GMX up 37.4%, Convex up 34.7%, Phantom also up 34%, Loopring increases value by 29%, Mina Protocol up 28%, and Dash up almost 25%. Biggest losers for the last 7 days have been eCash, Leo Token, BTSE Token, Aptos, which is down 5%, Axie Infinity down 4%, Quant down 2.8%, Pax Gold down 2.5%, Toncoin down 2%, ApeCoin about the same, Near Protocol 0.8 cents. So the drops that we've been seeing on the altcoins has not been that bad at all. The gains have been very impressive, and we owe that to both Bitcoin dominance and our next chart, which is Total 2, which is in a bearish pattern, but we got to bounce at this area here, and it looks like we will continue on up to this area about 601. So about $18 billion more expected to come into altcoins if this plays out. Once we hit this area, we'll have to reevaluate. A very bullish move could break us out of this pattern. Things would just skyrocket and take off, but the most realistic scenario would be that we get rejected in these areas and start coming back at least to the lower areas of this trend line, and hopefully that will hold. If it doesn't, we could see some drop in altcoins. But at the moment, things are looking very good for altcoins. Very good time to find a few small trades. Excellent time if you've already been in an altcoin to just gradually take a little bit of profit out. Crypto often follows Wall Street, so we do cover the S&P 500 E-mini futures. That is ticker symbol ES1 exclamation point. S&P has broken to the upside of a falling megaphone pattern, has a 55% chance to break to that upside. Targets for that would be up in this area. I do expect some rejection somewhere around 42.96, somewhere through there. This would be coming into next week, but Wall Street seems to be pretty confident right now. Always a chance for a retest for it to drop back down, but things are looking positive for Wall Street. We've really got to keep a tight watch back on the dollar again. If the dollar comes down, things are good for Wall Street and crypto. If the dollar continues up like it's trying to, then Wall Street will take a hit as well as crypto. Total 2 market cap is continuing up to the upside, is in a bearish pattern. If it breaks to the downside, of course, altcoins take a hit. If we go bullish up to this way, altcoins are happy. Turning now to Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart. I'm closely watching this parabolic structure here. This is called a scallop pattern, and it could also be part of what we call the throwback, which is a very natural occurrence when you have a big pattern like a falling wedge here. Price can throw back. Often we just collectively call that a pullback, where price will come back and retest the breakout area. Now, that is a very real possibility. It happens about 62 to 64% of the time with this pattern, and Bitcoin is showing signs of tiredness, so I'm watching this very carefully. The signs that I'm seeing are saying that we will slowly round out on Bitcoin, which would be good for altcoins. That would be Bitcoin trading sideways. Bitcoin dominance, as we saw, is coming down, so we should see some good moves out of altcoins over the weekend. If we do break above this pattern, if we do break above, say, 24,300, we do have a chance to go up further. further with Bitcoin, maybe reach those areas about 26,000, 28,000. But I'm watching it very closely, and you can see that we got a little action here, a little tired action going on with market cipher. We got the red dot. Now, there could just as easily be another green dot that prints right after this, because we do have money flow still at good levels. I'm watching closely this VWAP, this little yellow line that peaked up and then came back down. That's going to have a big part to play. MACD on the daily has already made a bearish cross, and we are in some bearish territory with Bitcoin. So the bullishness that we're seeing is kind of leveling off a little bit, and it does look like sideways action until it gets tired. The line in the stand still remains at 22,000, about 300, about 22,270 through there. Seeing a break below that area, a candle open and close below there, would be your confirmation that this structure will play out and that we will get some more downside. And that could be down to 21,000. It could be down to the 20,000 area. That is by Dow theory, where price usually comes back on a big move up like this. That's usually where we've kept some support. So eyes on this area. And then also, I'm eyeballing this 19,369 area. We may find a lot of support there should Bitcoin decide to drop down to retest these lower areas. Otherwise, we're looking at the breakout point, which could be as low as the 18,400K area. With the low volume weekend possibly coming up, we could be open to some manipulation. Bitcoin, again, just may trade sideways like it has all week. Ethereum, however, looks pretty juicy right now. There was a little bit of concern right here with this Doge candle, but we did break to the upside. Market cipher on the one-day Ethereum chart looks good. These momentum waves are very thick. Money flow is still in a thick area. VWAP may be coming down a little bit, but we'll just keep our eye on that. Stochastics are headed to the upside. MACD, a little iffy right now, trading sideways, but in general, given that Bitcoin dominance is coming down, we could see some more upside for Ethereum. Stochastics are resetting just a little bit. There is a measured move for the breakout of the symmetrical triangle that we are in, bringing us up to possibly 23,074 as our target for Ethereum. It's just important that we break above the 618 area, a common area for retracement, common area for people to start taking out shorts. But if we do break above this area, flip it for support, about 1667, we could possibly see that upward target of 2374. Good news for Ethereum. And just zooming into the 4 hour, we see that we've got a green dot on market cipher there. Indicators look fairly well here. If we can just break up above 1700, things should be looking good. A more immediate target for anyone just trying to trade that breakout could see us seeing 1838 as our next target for Ethereum. Next on our list is BNB, which is in a larger upward channel. Now, it did recently break out of a falling wedge pattern, which gives us a measured move right here at $341. We are really close to making that measured move. And thanks to the falling Bitcoin dominance, the indicators are looking very bullish right now. We got money flow coming in on market cipher, got a green dot there. Things are looking good overall for most altcoins. And if we do get a break above this measured move at 341, 342, breaking out and above what is normally a bearish pattern, we can continue on to 362 on up as high as 399, where we may find rejection at that area. However, if we do break out above that, maintain that and flip it as support, there's a lot more upside coming for BNB. However, should this bearish pattern win out and we lose our 618 Fibonacci support at $310, we can look at coming back down to about 256 to the bottom of this trend line, and we will have to reassess there as to whether we'll be going up or possibly making a bearish break to the downside. Currently, things look in favor to head for 341 and possibly up to right at $400 for BNB. XRP is also showing some potential for a move to the upside. First looking at 43-cent area and then also up to about the 46-cent area. This coin has been trading sideways for pretty much the past week or two. It may continue to slowly trade sideways, but looking for a break above 42, go from those levels on up to here just to see what it can do. There is a measured move for the pattern it did break out of. Although I do see a lot of areas where we will have to fight through, most notably around here about 55 cents, but the measured move would take us up to 63 cents if it plays out. Next on our list is Cardano, which has successfully broken out of this falling channel. Very bullish sign. May get a retest back down to the breakout level, about 38 cents, but things are looking good that we will get some more upside. Next target I'm looking at is just right at 41 cents. If we can hold that area, we would be looking up to 46 cents. Holding that area would take us up to 52 cents. And it's at that point we'd need to reevaluate to see if we got enough steam to actually break that area, or if we're going to get rejected there and maybe come back and do a retest of this area of the breakout, about 36 cents. That does happen quite often. A good target to look at taking profit at 52 cents, maybe also at 46 cents. Dogecoin is continuing in its overall parabolic structure here. Very promising sign there. It is having a struggle here at the 618 at 0.094 cents. We do see that it's got a little bit of trouble on market side. We've got the red dot printed here. Stochastics are coming down. Volume weighted average price, the VWAP, is coming down. Money flow is coming down. Pretty good signs that Dogecoin has been rejected here and will probably come back down to this level about 0.084 cents. We do not want to see it break below this parabolic structure. If it does, that move is over, but it looks strong enough that it will get a bounce there. So let's keep our eyes on that. Once we get a bounce there, then we can start working back up to reclaim these areas, hopefully go up to 10 cents. However, another situation here, we did have a very bullish break out of a bearish pattern. So we may just retest this area of about 0.089 cents. That may be all it takes before we do get a boost to the upside. So keep that scenario in mind. The weekend may surprise us on this. MATIC has been an interesting one. Now we broke out of this inverted head and shoulders type pattern, broke above the 618 level, hit our first take profit. We do have a measure move from this head and shoulders pattern. It's right here of $1.26. Now this may be a turning point for MATIC, because if we do actually hit that target, and if we break above it, we would be breaking to the upside of a very bearish pattern, which leads to very bullish results, and there could be a very huge move on the way for MATIC should that happen. So keep your eyes on that. Otherwise, what normally happens is that we will get rejected there, come back down to the bottom of the pattern, and that would bring us back down to the 618 Fibonacci level, about $1.08, $1.09. Now there's a chance when we do that we could fall through, find some more lower levels, maybe come back and retest these other areas, or where the breakout area is of this head and shoulders. That's very common too. But should we do that, chances are more likely that we would bounce there and then continue maybe back up to the top of that pattern. Always keep an eye on these bottom trend lines when we come near them, and when we're at the top of them, see if we got a chance to break above them. If we do see that break, it's going to be a good move. $1.45 could be in the picture. OKB is still chugging along in this very nice parabolic structure. There's a chance that it could come back down and retest this big orange line, but it doesn't seem to want to do it. Things are still looking good. Indicators are still looking good. MACD's getting a little bit tired, maybe a pull back into this channel. But as we've seen, ever since July, this thing has just been slowly, steadily going up. And I fully expect, even if we do get a pull back down to $34, I'm expecting to see about $53, possibly up to $57 out of OKB. It's just been a slow and steady gainer, which makes me think that it's going to be a strong contender in the bull market. Next up, we have Solana, which is still just struggling right here at this 618 Fibonacci. Cannot seem to yet break this falling wedge trend line. It's stuck right here, right beneath $26. Now, it is quite possible that this is making a bull flag, which would have a measure move coming up to this resistance level, which we've already got marked at $45.57. It's a very possible thing to happen, but we first have got to see it break above that 618, break above this white trend line, flip that as support before we can even look at these higher targets. Right here, about $35. Should we make it up that far? It looks like it's going to have a little bit of a struggle, but it is very possible to make it up to $45, $50, even up to our measure move for this falling wedge pattern, $55. Polkadot is showing some signs of strength today on the daily. See, market cipher is all happy with the green dot. Very thick momentum wave there. VWAP, volume weighted average price, is coming to the upside. Even though money flow trickled down, it got a bounce at the zero line and looks to be coming back up. Also, and it's hard to see my stochastics at the moment, but they did get a bounce. They are headed to the upside. Good signs as far as Polkadot on market cipher for the daily. However, there's a few things that we need to look at. RSI is kind of trickling down a little bit. And when we look at the price action, we will see that, well, price is going up. This creates a situation that we call bearish divergence, which normally would mean a move to the downside, at least to the bottom of this trend line, maybe as far down as $5.12, just to retest this falling wedge pattern. Of course, it would be great if we could find some support at 580, but that's a scenario to look at. The things that we got going in our favor is that if we can actually get a candle close above the 618 level, we have a higher chance to actually come up to 723, maybe even make a very bullish move of breaking above this normally bearish pattern, catching support here, and then starting to move parabolically like we've seen with a lot of other altcoins. The 4-hour is showing us that that may be a good possibility. We can see that stochastics are starting to get a little bit topped out here. A lot of money flow that's starting to come in. VWAP is still looking good. 4 hours looking kind of strong. There's still that bearish divergence there, but this could be what we're looking for. Push us up above that level that we want to see broken. A more conservative way to view this is if we raise this trend line up just here to cover these two wicks and that wick. Raise the bar a little bit. If we can see Polkadot get above above $7.48, $7.50 and maintain that, I would feel much more confident that we could see these higher areas of 879 and possibly reach our measured move target of 913. And that measured move target is taken from the following wedge pattern from which it is broken out, and that is where we're headed. Although, keep in mind, doesn't mean we go straight up to that target. We can do all this stuff in between before we get there. So those are the things to watch out for Polkadot, but great places to take profit for traders would be the $7.49 area. Guys, I'd like to invite you to check out the Crypto Chart School, where I've got tons of free information there, lots of charts, also post relevant updates and relative news. So if you're looking for a quick update on Bitcoin and what's going on in the market, it's a great place to check out. Also, if you do come and visit this channel, if you go to the pin message section up at the top, click that. There's an invitation to a private chat room, and you can come over and see where all the cool kids are hanging out. Got some great crypto chat going on there, sharing some setups. People are posting charts, getting more comfortable with their charting skill, asking questions. It's a great place to come, hang out, learn some new stuff if you're wanting to learn more about technical analysis. And I've got a great admin over there, Donna, who's fantastic at finding gem picks. And recently, she posted one that I ignored, and I deeply regret it because it just flew off to the top. So check it out. Come and join us. Until next time, my name is Lane, and this has been Crypto Insight.